Hello and welcome to the first grade trimester 1 lesson 4 video. In this video we'll be talking about the first investigation after the big idea was established. And in this one, again, if students come up with similar questions, you can go that route, but this is an idea that you can maybe kind of help them develop. But this is the shadow activity, and this is a descriptive investigation. And in this one, they're just going to be describing what they observe. So I won't read all of this. You can read it yourself. But basically, you're going to have the students go out 3 to 5, maybe even 6 times a day. And obviously, this is going to be on a sunny day. And the students are going to measure their shadow, and I would probably use sidewalk chalk would be the best option for you. And before we get into what you're going to do, it's very important to remember to tell the students do not look directly into the sun. It can really hurt your eyes, that's obvious, but important to tell your students that. So you're going to get a sheet like this. And this is actually, I should just show you, this is in your thinking logs right here on page 10. And so this was, they have 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want to do some more, you can make some more copies of this, but this is kind of set up for 4 times you would go out. And they would draw the location of the sun. So if like the sun was over here, they'd draw the sun here. If it was closer to noon, draw the sun above their head. If it was near the end of the day, they would draw the sun here. They would write down what time it is here. And then they're going to measure how long their shadow is using either connecting cubes or colored tiles. So there's some pictures here to kind of show you how this would look. I think this one's here we go. So this is kind of what the shadows would look like. So they would make sure to trace around their feet. And then this would be a certain time, this would be a certain time, this would be a certain time. And then they would also want to, on a piece of paper, maybe write down these numbers. This was the times, this is where it went. And then this might take more than one day. It might take a day of just going out and collecting that. And then the next lesson, which could also be done during your math time. If you were doing anything in your math that was related to bar graphs, this would be a great time to teach that in math and maybe add this data to your math time. But you're going to get a graph that looks like this. This is also in your thinking logs on page 11. So there's that graph. And then this is what they might look like when your students finish. They might look something like that. So you can see it has a place for your times, AM, PM, the inches, the length of each shadow. So there's a lot of different math connections you can make with this. So just look at what you have to teach in math, and this would be a great way to graph some actual data that they collected. And then after they have that data in the next lesson, they will be negotiating what their understanding of it is.